starts right now.
A peace of mind destroyed. San Antonio police say bullets pierced a home, injuring a teenage victim inside. That story coming up. But first, left in the cold and in the dark, it is an issue that a lot of people are still dealing with.
Yeah, one couple in Spring Branch says it's giving them flashbacks to the February freeze from 2 years ago.
My wife and I have been cold, to say the least. It's disheartening that here we go again. We had it in 21 with the outages, with the snowmageddon that went on, and then now it's the ice.
The power problems also impacting the Comal Independent School District. The district says they are opening all but 2 schools. Smithson Valley Middle and High School will be closed again tomorrow.
Now, given the number of outages within the district, any student who doesn't have power at home is going to be granted an excused leave of absence. Now, the area is noticeably different from what we're seeing here in San Antonio. CPS Energy says it took care of all of its weather-related outages this evening. Over in Comal County, PEC, or the Pedernales Electric Cooperative, is reporting 4,218 homes and businesses that don't have power. And one of those affected communities is Spring Branch.
Yeah, the issue has been ice building up on power lines themselves or on trees, only to bring them down on power lines. The night team's John Paul Barajas went to Spring Branch to see how people are making do.
Our only heat source is our fireplace. The elements have been cold, and we've been in bed, snuggled up under like 5 or 6 blankets.
It's a shared struggle for many in the hill country, trying to stay warm without any power.
It was 29 the last night.
Inside the home?
Inside the home.
We might run the little heater a little bit more than we did last night. I think it's cold, but we have covers.
One family says they haven't had electricity since 3 a.m. Tuesday, the other since 8 a.m. Wednesday. Both are relying on generators, but they're worried about their groceries.
Everything's so expensive. I would say $250 to $300 for sure, just out of the refrigerator.
And with electric appliances not working, a warm meal is hard to come by.
Stuff out of the toaster, make a tuna fish sandwich or some chips.
It's hard to find something to eat when you don't have anything to cook with.
In the Kestrel Air Park subdivision, snapped tree limbs cover the ground, surrounded by the ice that once weighed them down.
You'd hear the tree limbs breaking, and you didn't know, was it on the roof, was it just in the yard, but it's very nerve-wracking.
At night, the only lights in the area come from car headlights. Frustrations are growing for those living here in the dark, waiting for answers.
We do not have an estimated time for restoration. We encourage you to make accommodations or to safely seek shelter elsewhere.
Pedernales Electric Cooperative sent that voicemail Wednesday night. Their latest statement says outages could extend into the weekend.
I just think that our utility companies need to do a better job making sure that our infrastructure is maintained properly.
Just moments before the newscast, both people we interviewed, or both families we interviewed, said they are still without power. Now taking a look at current outages. In total, PEC has just under 50,000 members affected. Here in Comal County, for comparison, about 500 or 5,700 members are affected. Now, PEC also wants to remind people not to use a gas stove or oven to try to heat the home. Don't run a car inside the garage to try and stay warm. And if you're going to be using a generator, to keep it about 20 feet away from any windows or doors. That way fumes don't get inside the home. In Spring Branch, John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
And our technology here shows us some of the power outages across the state still, from Dallas to Tyler. Tyler got hit pretty hard as well. Southwestward and basically up and down I-35. Waco, Killeen, and particularly hard hit was Austin. Austin still about 150,000 customers without power at the moment. You put it in perspective, and that's still 22.5% of the customers in Travis County there. Temperatures now dropping quickly. The sky cleared. You can actually see the stars tonight. It's nice. 38 in Kerrville now, 42 in San Antonio. Tomorrow morning, we'll be right near freezing. I think below freezing north and west of town, just a degree or two above within San Antonio. Talk about the warming trend and our next chance of rain coming up.
Adam, thank you. Now, power outages are the reason that some people in New Braunfels have to boil their water tonight. This is specifically for New Braunfels utility customers in the River Chase area. Those people had low water pressure, which leads to harmful bacteria. So the people in the River Chase area need to boil their water before they even consume it. People there can, by the way, get free bottled water tomorrow. They can pick it up at the Green United Methodist Church from 8 to 5. And that's the same location where people can go and bring their empty containers and fill them up with water there.
The new on the Nightbeat, a scary scene after a teenager is shot while he was just sitting in his home. It all happened about 8:30 tonight at a home near Coleman Street and I-35. That's on the city's east side. Police say someone drove by the home and started shooting into the windows. That 16-year-old was hit twice in the hip. He was taken to the hospital. We're told he's expected to be okay. At this time, no arrests have been made.
You know, first the cold weather delayed the trial, and now the Air Force major accused of killing his wife is going to have to wait another day to learn the verdict in the case, at least that. The jury in the Andre McDonald case deliberated but didn't reach a decision, and they're going to pick that back up tomorrow morning. Andre McDonald is accused in the murder of his wife, Andreen McDonald, back in 2019. Her burned remains were found on a ranch in North Bexar County. While prosecutors are pushing for murder, Andre's lawyers say that the lesser charge of manslaughter should be considered. They allege that Andre McDonald was acting in self-defense.
She charges Andre. This woman who's taller than him, probably stronger than him, Andre was assaulted. He has the right to use proportionate force.
This is not self-defense. This is a cover-up. He admitted he lied to everyone. He lied to his friends, the police, Lieutenant Colonel Chatelain, everyone about what he had done.
So tomorrow, we're going to continue to follow this case from inside the courtroom as the jury deliberates. You have 3 ways that you can watch that: the live stream on KSAT.com, our KSAT app, and on our KSAT YouTube channel.
The Texans helping Texans, and Texans are helping Uvalde on its path forward. The Uvalde School District's Moving Forward Foundation announced they received more than $42,000 in donations from the University of Texas women's basketball team. The money generated from ticket sales during an exhibition game in October. The goal is to raise $60 million to build a new elementary school after that shooting at Robb Elementary. Just last month, the Uvalde CISD Moving Forward Foundation released renderings of what the outside of that new school could look like. By the way, Texas A&M has also contributed donations towards this cause. A shooting with police ends in a school scare. Officers in Houston say they were conducting surveillance at an apartment complex when they exchanged gunfire with a teenage suspect. An 18 and 17-year-old suspect arrested, but a third teen managed to get a ride to a nearby high school where he's enrolled. Well, that school was placed on lockdown and a SWAT team was sent in to arrest that student. We have no information on whether or not that student was armed.
Now for a look at some of today's big headlines in your Nightbeat News Flash. The U.S. is tracking a balloon. Yes, a balloon suspected of helping to spy for the Chinese government. Now, if you look at it, kind of looks like the moon, right? The Pentagon says it's been over U.S. airspace for a couple of days and well above commercial air traffic. Someone saw it in Montana, which is where the U.S. has a nuclear missile silo field. The Pentagon says it's not shooting down the balloon because it doesn't want to risk hurting people who are on the ground. We're rooting for a mother to get back to her family. It's been a while since we told you about Cristina Pacheco. We told you about her journey after she gave birth. The Pleasanton mother got an infection that forced doctors to amputate her hands and feet. That was in October, and amazingly, she survived. Her husband says that Pacheco is now continuing rehab in Houston. She's supposed to leave in 9 days and then start outpatient therapy at the Center for the Intrepid at BAMC. And Cristina, we are thinking of you, and we hope that you continue to get better. Look at that. Black History Month is highlighting the accomplishments of many, and that includes Joint Base San Antonio Lackland.
Some of the families made comments as we marched by that they were proud to see us and they were excited.
Sir, I present. Yeah, for the first time, there is an all-female, all-black commander of airmen team at Joint Base San Antonio Lackland. All of them were selected because of their qualifications and experience to lead a graduation ceremony. The commander of airmen, Sergeant Sabrina Martin, says there is power not only in representation, but also visibility. And she hopes that this is going to inspire other people to achieve their dreams. And that's a look at your Nightbeat News Flash.
You're still ahead on the Nightbeat. We go behind the kitchen door where violations temporarily suspended service at one Asian restaurant. The changes made at that location and what we also found at two other local businesses. Plus, this patrol unit took a pounding on the icy roads of North Texas. What the surviving officers say they faced. Coming up.
And Ticketmaster preparing for a rush in ticket sales, but can it avoid another meltdown for Beyonce's big tour? We'll see. The new plan to keep the website from crashing as the Nightbeat continues. Get ready, another test for Ticketmaster. As you know, it failed when people rushed to buy Taylor Swift tickets last year, and now people are going to be watching very closely when it handles ticket sales for Beyonce's big tour. Ticketmaster says that it's taking steps to avoid yet another meltdown. Congress wants to know more about its parent company, Live Nation, after millions of Taylor Swift fans were left empty-handed.
Ticketmaster should look in the mirror and say, I'm the problem. It's me.
This is what led to a terrible consumer experience, which we deeply regret.
Did you like what Blumenthal said there, Steve? How he handled it? Yeah. Now, the company blamed bots and cyber attacks for the problems during Swift's pre-sale. Now, ahead of Beyonce's Renaissance World Tour, Ticketmaster says that it's implemented new policies. So instead of releasing tickets for all shows at once, they're going to institute rolling sales dates, depending on the city. But here's the thing. You have to sign up as a verified fan, which the company says will discourage bots and also ticket resellers.
Stay tuned on that one. Well, new tonight, an Asian restaurant had its license suspended after last month. Health inspectors found multiple violations, including an infestation of pests. The Night Team's Tim Gerber takes a look behind the kitchen door to reveal just what got them shut down.
Chef Joe Asian Cuisine in the 5400 block of Walsham Road barely passed its January inspection with a 73. Ketchup stored at room temperature had to be tossed out. An employee was observed rinsing their hands, but they did not fully wash them. Raw meat was stored above ready-to-eat produce, and other foods were being improperly stored in bins and grocery bags. But it was the infestation of pests that got the business shut down. The inspector suspending their license until they did a deep cleaning to remove dead roaches. They also needed to provide proof they are using professional pest control measures to eliminate the infestation. The business appears to have reopened following a reinspection. Taqueria Vallarta in the 800 block of South General McMullen Road earned a 79 on their recent inspection. The inspector found beans that were cooked the day before still temping at 70 degrees inside a walk-in cooler. Food in coolers on the serving line was too warm and one unit wasn't working properly. Workers were seen handling food with bare hands. Meat being thawed at room temperature was moved to a sink. The doors of the coolers needed to be cleaned, the floors needed to be fixed, and the sides and backs of the equipment needed to be cleaned along with some pipes hanging from the ceiling. Peng's Chinatown restaurant in the 3200 block of Wurzbach earned an 85 on their January inspection. The dishwasher wasn't properly dispensing chlorine solution. The manager was seen touching pieces of chicken with their bare hands. The hand washing facility in the kitchen was blocked by a rack of food, and there was no hot water available at the hand sink in the kitchen. Trays of fried chicken were cooling at room temperature, while frozen pieces of chicken were being stored in a cardboard box with no food-grade lining. A bag of cabbage and raw eggs were also found on the floor of the kitchen. The business corrected 5 violations during the inspection. That's what's happening behind the kitchen door. Tim Gerber, KSAT 12 News.
Now, tonight, we are getting new images out of Fort Worth and the icy roads. Look at that drivers have been dealing with. 2 Fort Worth officers were responding to a crash when, listen to this, a jackknifed 18-wheeler hit a patrol unit, and then 2 more 18-wheelers hit the patrol unit. Now, both officers are okay. One of them did have injuries to his ankle, but just remarkable that the injuries weren't more extensive.
Yeah, especially when you look at that cruiser.
Yes.
3 semis.
Wow, we're glad they're okay.
Yeah. All right, let's take a live cam outside right now. 41 degrees as we look over downtown San Antonio. And we continue to wait on the sun, patiently waiting on the sun.
You know, I actually learned a new word today.
Okay.
Apricity. It is the warmth of sun in winter.
Apricity.
Apricity. Now, I looked it up, and it's not in a lot of the, modern dictionaries. It's kind of an Old English term, an Old English dictionary, but I thought, how perfect.
It is, yeah.
We need a little apricity.
We need some apricity.
Here and there, yeah.
Apricity, it's the word of the day, and it's going to be the word of the next 4 days. It's going to work, too. 58 tomorrow. I know that's not exactly warm, but compared to the 30s of the past 3 days, it's going to feel great. 64 on Saturday. By Sunday, we're up to 75, and Monday, 77. I mean, flirting with 80 degrees in just a few days. Take a look at our headlines here. Chilly night, but clear and dry. That's the thing. Thankfully, temperatures warmed up enough today. The trees were able to thaw off, and the ice could melt. I know the heavy ice brought down more limbs this morning because of the ongoing stress of all that ice, but we're in the clear now. It's time to clean up. A sunny stretch ahead. Apricity ahead. Chance of rain next Tuesday and Wednesday. That's our next shot. Actually, let's talk about it. Here's our overall pattern. A little bit of precip left over, liquid rain. Really no additional icing. North up I-35 to Dallas, then even into East Texas. Here's our energy, that dip in the upper level flow. All this energy in the southeastern states, all the way to the Carolinas. It picked up a little extra Gulf moisture, so they're getting even heavier action. But still, that's where our system is now. It's moving out of here. It's going to be replaced by this little bump in the upper level flow, a ridge. Not a big blue H, a little blue H. Enough to give us our sunshine that we've been craving. Sky's already cleared locally, and it's going to be nothing but sunshine for the next several days. Our next system is all the way up here near Alaska. This little swirl, that upper level disturbance, that's going to be dropping into the western U.S. over the weekend. And then we have to watch it and monitor it to see exactly how far south it's going to drop into the Four Corners, then even maybe into northern Mexico. The farther south it does go, the more primed we'll be for rain. I'm not totally sold that it's going to put us in the best position yet, but I'm this close to raising our rain chances. Right now, they're at 30% for Tuesday and Wednesday. Again, very close to raising them up even more. So something to check back in with. And by the way, no ice then. It'd be about 70 degrees and even a few thunderstorms. 45 our high today. It's 20 degrees below our average. Tomorrow morning, a little below freezing west and north of San Antonio, pretty close around town. Then 58 for the high temperature. Other than a little bit of morning fog, we're going to see a lot of sunshine tomorrow. And then sunny through the weekend. By Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, there's that 30% chance. Really quickly, if you got affected by the storms, some limbs came down. Rubble to relic time for Thermometer Thursday. Contact me, thermometer@ksat.com.
And you're going to be out and about tomorrow, is that correct?
I will. I'll be out in Timberwood Park. That's from the EF2 tornado back in 2017.
All right, nice stuff. Thank you. I like that, repurposing things. Yeah. All right, so D'Amico Ryans, a lot has been said about his return to Houston, but now we're actually hearing from him.
Yeah, the Texans announced Tuesday they were going to hire him as their next head coach. Well, today, D'Amico met with the Houston media. I mean, look at that packed house out at NRG Stadium. So why did he pick the Texans, say, instead of Denver? And the Dallas Cowboys, they want to extend Dak Prescott's contract. Coming up.
It's my honor to introduce you to the Texans' new head coach, D'Amico Ryans.
Houston Texans chair and CEO Cal McNair is one happy guy after landing his new head coach in D'Amico Ryans and Big Board Sports.
Pro football coverage powered by Davis Law Firm.
The Houston Texans introduced head coach D'Amico Ryans today. Cal McNair and general manager Nick Caserio were sitting to his left and right. Ryans was a star linebacker at Alabama, and he was selected by the Texans in the second round of the 2006 NFL Draft. He played 6 seasons in Houston, followed by 4 more with the Eagles before retiring after the 2015 season. He joined the 49ers coaching staff in 2017 and worked his way up to defensive coordinator, becoming one of the best. Ryans was a wanted man interviewing with the Panthers, Colts, and Broncos for their head coach openings. Denver appeared to have a good shot, but Ryans' heart is in Houston.
I'm thankful for the Denver Broncos, and we had great interviews there, great people there, but when it came down to it, there is no place I wanted to be any more than H-Town. So it was an easy pick for me. It was a no-brainer to be here. All right, be home. It was a no-brainer. So it wasn't a difficult decision at all. It was very easy.
The process of rebuilding the team won't be easy, as the Texans haven't topped the 4-win mark since 2019. They do hold 2 of the top 12 picks in the upcoming draft and 5 in the first 3 rounds. On top of wanting to keep running backs Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard, Jerry and Stephen Jones are committed to keeping Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott for as long as possible. Dak, who played just 12 games due to injury this season, is coming off one of his worst seasons, throwing a career-high 15 interceptions during the regular season and 2 more in the playoffs. Still, the Joneses want to extend his contract.
I think you can look at it, absolutely. We were just counting. You know, you're going to have 12, 13, 14 quarterbacks making $40+ million, and you look up. So he deserves to be in that category. And the bigger thing for us is Dak's going to be our guy for the next, hopefully, 10 years.
Dak is 29 and has 2 years left on his current 4-year contract worth $160 million. The top 2 teams in District 29 6A went head-to-head tonight at Northside Sports Gym. Undefeated Brennan versus 10-2 Warren. Bales trailed by 7 at halftime, and they're battling back in the third quarter. Kingston Fleming throws down the one-handed jam to make it a 5-point game. Brennan gets as close as 4, but Warren holds them off. Embry Benton gets a corner 3 to rattle in at 66-59 Warriors. Then a little later, Benton finds Jalen Crocker Johnson for the lay-in. He finished with a team-high 23. Warren hands the Bears their first district loss, 76-70.
But they got us the first time. We knew we was going to come back with the dub. We just been playing hard, getting better as a team, going out through district, and we got an early lead. We just kept on getting stops and held in it. So after that, we knew we was going to secure the dub.
Warren next faces O'Connor Saturday at 12:30 p.m. The Brennan girls were first on the court. They enter tonight undefeated, taking on 10-4 Warren. Warriors make it in a game in the fourth quarter. Nia Shields knocks down the 3 ball to cap a 5-0 run and cut the deficit to single digits, but Brennan answers right back. Aaliyah Cobb hits the mid-range J, 53-40 Brennan. Then a few possessions later, the Bears defense forces a steal, and Bella Flemings takes it the distance for the lay-in. The Bears win 62-48.
Win means a lot, actually. Our team has put in the work consistently, effort. We're a unit. That's what we say every time. We have a leading prayer before our games. We say that we're a unity, we're one. So we play as one and we win as one.
Brennan next takes on Stevens tomorrow night at 7:30. We sit down with UTSA QB Frank Harris after the break. He's QB1, or as his good friend and fellow Roadrunner teammate Rashad Wisdom calls him, the mayor of UTSA. Okay, so we asked Shad if Frank is the mayor of UTSA. He laughed, and of course he said yes, that's right. Frank Harris is the face of college football in San Antonio right now. And despite the big man on campus status Harris holds, he told us last week that he's just a normal, approachable guy.
I'm everywhere. I'm at H-E-B, Walmart. I'm going out to eat. You know, I hang out with my friends. I do everything like a normal person does. So I just try to carry myself. I mean, I am normal. And if I see somebody or they see me wanting to speak or take a picture, it's easy for me to do that. That's just who I am. I just love, being that guy and making somebody's day.
So are you the mayor of this area right now?
I'm not the mayor. I don't know why Shaw says that. For sure not. No.
You can see more with Frank Harris Sunday night on Instant Replay right after the Nightbeat. We also asked him a question, and his answer stopped the interview because we all started laughing so hard. That'll be Sunday night as well. Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Thank you, Larry.
We'll be right back after this.
So we cleared out a little bit, just enough, at sunset this evening. Taylor grabbing a nice shot of it there at Woodlawn Lake Park. It's good to see that.
Beautiful.
Yep. And what's the word of the day? Apricity.
Apricity.
Yes. Warmth from the sun in the winter. We're going to get it the next several days.
I was pretty sure that's what it was, but I didn't want to say something to insult someone.
Well done.
So I just, we'll let you say it.
I forgot.
Smart man.
Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow.